Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. Okay, so what I need you guys to do is I need you to get your whiteboards out and we're gonna do a few practice problems, okay? So the very first, we're gonna just go ahead and jump in because I don't want this video to be as long as yesterday because I want you to have the maximum amount of time to do all of your practice problems for your weekly work. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is I want you to write this problem on your whiteboard. We have 0.67 or 67 hundredths times 8, okay? Okay, so go ahead and write this problem. Okay, don't solve it yet because I want to go over how we're going to do this. Just a refresher, you can see my work over here, but we're going to do this one together. So the very first thing, I'm going to write MZMA, but really, actually, am I really going to write MZMA here? Do I need to? No, because do I have a digit in my tens place here? No, I don't. This is an easy one. So I'm actually not even going to do that because I know what I need to do. But I am going to draw my arrows because I am multiplying a decimal number. What number am I going to write right here? I want you to write it on your whiteboard already. You should be writing a 2. Why should you write a 2? Because there are 1, 2 digits to the right of the decimal point. Here we have 8. Where's my decimal point really going to be? It's going to be to the right there, at 8.0. How many digits are to the right of this decimal point? 0. So I know that my answer, my product, is going to have how many digits to the right of the decimal point? I want you to write it right here. I wish I could see your answers. You should be writing a 2. Sorry, I'm writing this on my table and there's like a ridge right here, so it's making it hard to write. Okay, why should you have a 2? Because 2 plus 0 is 2. Okay, now we can go ahead and get started. We have 7 times 8. You should know 7 times 8. 7 times 8 is 56. Okay, so I have that. I'm going to try to move this. There we go. I have that ridge and I just don't want it right there. Okay. Now I have carried my 5. 6 times 8 is 48. And then I have to add 5. So that's going to be 48 plus 5 is going to be, why am I blanking on this? 53. 53, right? 48 plus 5. You guys, I'm sorry, it's late. I'm recording this really late. Yes, 48 plus 5 is 53. Okay, and then I'm going to carry that 5. And then I have 0 times 8, which is 0 plus 5 is 5. Okay, I'm going to get my phone because for some reason my brain is not working and I just want to make sure that this is correct. So hopefully you guys have gotten this answer. Yes, I got it right. Okay, yay. Okay, but am I really right? No, because I haven't put my decimal place. I am supposed to have 2 digits to the right of my decimal point. So where should my decimal point go? It should go right here. I have 1, 2. I am so sorry for my major brain fart. I hope that this was a lot easier for you guys than it was for me. I don't know why it was so hard. Okay, now I want to do one more. Let's do number 6. So we have 4.6 times 21. I want you to first, this one was already laid out for us. Why do you think that they put this number on top and this number on the bottom? Because this one has 3 digits and that one has 1. Because we're putting the number with the most digits on top. Here, we have 2 digits and 2 digits. So does it even matter which one's on top? No. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 4.6 on top because it's just the first number. And then I have 21. Okay, so I have 4.6 times 21. Now, this is a 2-digit by 2-digit. So I know that MZMA is going to help me. And then I have my arrows. Okay, I want you guys to set up the numbers here and figure out how many digits are going to be to the right of the decimal place in your answer, in your product. The sub can pause it while you just do that part. So your little arrows and your numbers right here. Okay. So sub should be pausing it right now. She should be unpausing it because you should have that done. Okay. So I'm going to write how many digits are to the right of this decimal point right here. 1. 21, how many digits are to the right here? My decimal place is going to be right here, so it's really going to be a 0. So in my answer, I have 1 plus 0 is 1. I'm going to have 1 digit to the right. Okay, now I can go ahead and get started. This one's pretty easy, a lot easier than that one. Okay, 6 times 1 is 6. Also, I forgot. You guys haven't solved this yet, so I want you to pause this, and I want you guys to go ahead and solve this. and get your product. And then when you guys are all ready for me to go through it with you, then you can unpause this. Okay, so for now, this should be unpaused because you guys are ready for me to go through this. Okay, 6 times 1 is 6. Then I have 4 times 1 is 4. I know that I'm multiplying by my 1, so I already did that. I can check it off. Now I have my 0 as a placeholder. Now I'm going to multiply by my tens. 4.6 by my tens place. 2 times 6 is 12. Then I have 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Check that off. Now I just need to add. 6 plus 0 is 6. This is so ugly and so close. I don't like that. 4 plus 2 is 6, and then I just have a 9. Okay, I'm going to move that up here. I have a 9 and then a 6 and a 6, and I'm going to go ahead and box it, even though I know that this is not my answer, 966, because I'm supposed to have a decimal point somewhere. Where should my decimal point go? Remember, I had 1 digit to the right here, 0 digits to the right here, so I know I need to have how many digits to the right of my decimal point? 1, okay? So it should go right here, 96.6. Okay, good job if you got this. If you didn't get this, I want you to check and see what is wrong with your answer or your work. Okay, now erase your boards, and we are going to do something a little bit different. Okay, this is one of the lessons from this chapter. Uh-oh, this has my Publix receipt on it. Okay, this is one of the lessons from your chapter that is a little bit different, but I know that you can totally do this. So, you have your whiteboards, you don't have your textbooks. You're not supposed to be flipping open your textbooks yet. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you write down this problem, and then we are going to put the decimal point in the correct place. Okay, so it's just easier for me to do the ones on the right side because my box is like blocking this. So what I want you to do is I want you to write this exact thing. 6.22, 6 and 22 hundredths times 3 equals 1866. Okay. They have already done the hard part for you. They have solved this and they have the right digits here. So if I was to go and I was to like write this problem to the side, that's what I would do. You can solve it and it would be 1866. This is what they're doing, except they have forgotten a very important part, which is to place the decimal in the right spot. You might be thinking, how can I find that out? Or hopefully you're thinking, I know how to find that out. Okay. It might be easier for you to think of it like this because this is how we have been doing it. So I have already solved this, or they have already solved this for you, but they forgot a very important thing. To do their arrows, right? Because that tells you where the decimal point is supposed to be placed. How many digits are to the right of the decimal point here? I want you to look. 1, 2. How about here? My 3. Where would my decimal point go? It would go right after it. And how many digits are to the right? 0. Okay. So I have 2 and 0. So I know that in my answer, how many digits are supposed to be to the right of the decimal point? 2 plus 0 is 2. Okay, I want you to place the decimal point in the correct spot for 1866. I've showed you how many digits are supposed to be to the right. I want you to fill in your decimal point. Okay, by now you should have gotten it. I am supposed to have it, and if I put it here, that would be incorrect because I would have 1 digit to the right. If I put it here, it would have 3 digits. Here, 4 digits. I want it in my sweet spot, which is right here, because I have 1, 2 digits to the right of my decimal point. So if I went back here, where would my decimal point go? In between the 8 and the 6, right there. Okay, so that should be a little bit easier for you once you've seen it. Let's do another one together, okay? 1.8 times 1.9. They said equals 342. I want you to think, first of all, is this possibly correct? Could a decimal number times a decimal number get a whole number right here where the decimal point would be after? No, that wouldn't be possible. Why not? Because if I was to write out 1.8 times 1.9 and do my arrows like I'm supposed to, I have 1 digit to the right of the decimal point and 1 digit to the right of the decimal point. So I know that for my answer, how many digits should be to the right of the decimal point? 1 plus 1 equals 2. So I know that this is not correct. I need to put my decimal point in the right spot. So you might not want to write out your problem like this every single time. What I would do is you can do your arrows above it if you wanted. So how many digits are to the right here? 1. How many digits are to the right of the decimal point here? 1, that 9. So for this, I know that I have to just add. That was an ugly plus sign because it's on that little crease in my table. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I know how many digits should be to the right of my decimal point. 2. It should be right here because my 4 and my 2 are my 2 digits. Those are to the right of the decimal point. My answer is 3.42. Okay, hopefully this should be a little bit easier. So you can just do that little arrow on top and do that little arrow on top and then do the little arrow on top and then it works. Okay, I want you to write this problem on your whiteboard. 5.01 times 3 equals 1503. You should be writing this on your whiteboard. Now I want you to figure out where that decimal point is going to be in your answer. If you need to, draw your little arrows above it. You can even put a little plus sign to figure out where that decimal point is going to go. Okay, sorry, my paper's sliding. The sub is going to pause this for you, and she can play it when you guys are all ready to go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and check it with you. So here, I have my decimal point here. How many digits are to the right? 1, 2. Then I have 3. 3 is the same as 3 point nothing. So how many digits are to the right of my decimal point here? 0. So I know that 2 plus 0 is 2. So how many digits are going to be to the right of the decimal point here? 2. 1, 2. Needs to be right there, 15.03. Hopefully you got that right. Hopefully this is a little bit easier for you. Okay. Now we're gonna do one more like this and we're gonna do 2 more other problems. Okay, this is confusing just because they are trying to trick you because they're trying to put the equal sign on the opposite side. This is the same thing as this, it's just flipped around. So instead of putting your, well, you can even put your arrow there because we usually have our arrow there. Anyway, we're gonna do our arrow here, our plus sign here, and then our arrow there. So just do the right side before you do the left side. That's all they're doing. Okay, I want you to, the sub can pause this while you guys work, play it when you're ready. Okay, by now you should be ready. So how many digits are to the right of the decimal point here? 1. How many digits are to the right here? 1. I'm gonna go backwards instead of this normal way. 1 plus 1 is 2. So I'm supposed to have 2 digits after the decimal point to the right. So I only have 2 digits, 1, 2, so my decimal point is gonna have to go in between, or before it, right? 0.81, but here's the deal. I don't really like it when you guys put like 0.81. What do I want you to put in or before that decimal point to show that there's really a decimal point there? I want you to put that 0 as a placeholder so that way we can see. So your answer is going to be 0.81. This one is 15.03. Okay, great job. Now we're gonna do 2 problems. We'll probably do some more problems like this tomorrow. But what we're gonna do is we are going to tell if they're right or if they're wrong, okay? We're gonna do 2 of these. We'll just do like this one and this one. Okay, so first I want you to write this problem. 12 times 4.8 equals 57.6. Okay, they have the right digits here, 5, 7, 6. We need to see if the decimal point's in the right spot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna figure out how many digits are to the right of this number and then see if it's the right place. So 12, my decimal point is going to really be after. Do I have any digits after? Nope, 0. Here, I have my decimal point here. How many digits are to the right? 1. So if I was adding 0 plus 1, that would be 1. So really, they should have 1 digit to the right of the decimal point. Do they have that? Yeah, they only have a 6, so they got it right. Check. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna do one more. What I'm gonna have you do is I want you to write this problem, and then if they are right, I want you to do the arrows above it as well. That's not an arrow. If they are right, give them a check mark. If they are wrong, put an X, and I want you to write the correct answer underneath it, okay? So the sub can pause it while you work. and then when you guys are ready for me to check your answers, then she can unpause it, okay? Okay, so right now she should be unpausing it because you are ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and check. So this one has 2 digits to the right. This 21 has a decimal point there, so it has 0 digits to the right. 2 plus 0 is 2. So my answer, my sum, or not my sum, my product, should have 2 digits to the right of the decimal point. Okay, here's my decimal point. It has 1, 2, 3 digits. So is this right? Are they correct? Nope, they are incorrect. These are the right digits. It should be 1, 4, 6, 7, 9, but where should my decimal point be? Hopefully you wrote this correctly underneath it. I'm gonna go ahead and write all my digits because I know that that part is right. I need my decimal point to have 2 digits after. If I put it here, it would have 1 digit. Here has 2, here has 3, here has 4, here has 5. I want 2, so it needs to be right there. 146.79. There you go. Okay, great job. You guys did a great job with this. What you're going to do now, I'm going to zoom out. What you're going to do now, oh look, there's this girl that looks like me. I think she was she was in there yesterday. This girl is the grumpy version of me with very thin eyebrows and very small glasses. But anyway, okay. Work on your weekly work. I want you guys to be smart about this. You have today to finish it, and then I'm gonna talk with the sub on Thursday afternoon to see how you guys are doing. But you have lots of study halls this week. For your study halls, please don't just be playing on your Chromebook. You need to be doing your math work as well because you don't have a lot of math time for the rest of the week because of Catholic Schools Week. But I will talk to the sub on Thursday to see if we need to push the due date for your work to be on Monday. But we will see. Just use your time wisely. Do not rush. Do your best. I miss you all. I love you all. I will see you guys when I'm feeling better, hopefully, which is very soon. We are praying. Okay, have a wonderful day. Goodbye, guys.